In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1203. It's our very special Thursday show, and we have Lord Magicus back again. Hi, Lord Magicus. How's it going?
It's always a special show when Lord Magicus is here.
That's what I said.
Magicus.
Yeah.
What's your girl Wendy about to do to step up to Jack in the Box with their Snoop Dogg meal and McDonald's with their Grimace birthday meal? What's Wendy about to do to step up to those double meals?
I mean, they already have to catch up because of Strawberry Frosty. Like, that's already, like, the best thing that you can buy from a fast food place.
You're silly.
The fast food. I'm afraid Jeff is going to show up. Everyone like the stream. If you haven't liked the stream already, also want to remind everyone you don't want to miss the pre-show. It's available for free on all of our audio podcast platforms. Go there, check us out. You get it at the beginning of the episode, so just click on the last few episodes and you'll get something extra. And it helps support the show a lot. Also, tonight, after this episode is done, we're gonna do a post show. We're gonna look over a little bit of ISOM number 1, ISOM issue number 1. We're gonna do a couple pages of it.
The greatest story ever told.
We'll give our honest take on it.
I'm excited. Like, I keep hearing like everything about this. Like, I feel like I need to see this.
You do need to see it, and everyone else needs to see it. Everyone out there, sign up. Patreon, $10 or above. You'll get this, and you'll get the continued saga. So you don't want to miss it. There's also we're gonna do a live reaction to a trailer for ISOM issue number 2 that's actually animated.
The trailer is animated?
Yeah, and I think Eric July does the voice of ISOM. Go figure.
Oh.
Who would have thought?
That's super sweet.
Because ISOM is in no way just Eric July writing himself as a comic character.
Of course not. No, that would just be silly.
Yeah.
I think that ISOM's a lot better person. A lot taller, a lot stronger.
Well, he's taller based on the trading cards.
I think he doesn't have a weird little chipmunk face like Eric July does.
Well, yeah, I don't mean aesthetically.
Oh, he's like an avatar for Eric July's ego?
He's a Mary Sue.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
When you put it that way, I could agree.
Yes.
Which one of them do you think has greater faith in Jesus?
Well, man created Jesus, and Eric July created ISOM. So
there you go.
I'd say ISOM obviously has more faith.
Yeah. We also have that Eric July fan that was like, 1 month minus 1,000, 1 month minus 1,000. That guy, he made another video responding to us, and it's as great as the first time. So we'll be
what a cool
checking that out too. Yeah, let's check out this city council meeting that happened because the city of Hamtramck, Michigan, they're banning the pride flag from displays on public property. Obviously, if you have it hanging up in front of your house, they can't do anything about that. But it's not allowed to be displayed anywhere on public property. And Hamtramck is a unique town in the sense that it's a majority Muslim city, and the city council is entirely made up of Muslims.
Don't Muslims not eat ham?
Yeah, that's kind of funny because that is interesting.
And they don't like the tran. They think it's ick.
They don't like
think
the
ham
mix
and
either.
tran is ick.
So I was looking at the ancestral makeup, and it's crazy. Like almost 20% is Bangladeshi, then Pakistani. Those are both majority Muslim ancestry groups. Then there's Polish, and those are the people who are left, because it used to be a place where a bunch of Polish immigrants moved, back around like post World War I era, and obviously those people have died off and their descendants have moved elsewhere. But then the fourth is Arab, which is another mostly Muslim, and then
the Albanians even outrank the Irish.
Yeah,
and the
German is the number one self-identified ancestry of Americans, like the largest one.
Some people would say Hitler was German, right?
He was Austrian.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and dispute the demonetization right now while I'm reminded here. The first 10 minutes, so crucial. But yeah, it's kind of a unique place. Let's check this out, because this was the city council meeting where they were talking about
they should ban rainbows from being in the sky while they are at it to keep dirty leprechauns out of town.
well, they already covered up a third of their rainbow in their flag, right?
You better be careful. If you tell them they can ban rainbows, we might get some hyperinflation into this. What's that thing called when the weather stops working? Magicus?
Hitler.
The big thing when the weather stops working.
It's called Hitler.
It's called death, like the planet.
Yeah. If we tell them they can get rid of rainbows, they're going to start getting rid of all the good stuff that keeps us alive,
like the sun, the sky, the air.
So this is the city council meeting here.
Muhammad Hassan.
This first guy, they're taking public comments here. This first guy actually talks about real stuff like unrelated to the pride flag stuff. Now this other woman, she kind of touches on it, and then after her, the fun begins.
You can just tell they're in the background, just looking like, I can't wait until it's my turn.
Well, the one guy, the shorter guy in the doorway. Not the shortest one, but the second shortest one.
The one that looks like Trumpster Bob.
He looks so angry. Look at him.
Yeah, it's
that is a
Trumpster
murder
Bob.
face.
Well, first I would like to comment on Resolution
That's Muhammad Lee Jones right there.
2023-74. I'm just looking for clarification on the time for the Hindu rally. In one part of the resolution it says 1 to 4 p.m., the other says 5 to 7. On Resolution 2023-77, I just want to express excitement for the opportunity for Fatima to expand her home and purchase the neighboring property to add a sunroom. I think that's a really great program, and more approvals of these kinds of projects will really help other people know that that's an option. 2023-78.
She does talk about
support this additional street sweeper purchase.
She's like talking about street sweepers and shit, but
get that crap out of the city council meeting. We have to talk about banning gay flags.
Yep.
Be able to fly that flag. Also, I'm curious why this would stop at religious or at flags when in other areas of our city we are very inclusive and have representation for our religious groups. Can I ask for a minute?
Well, I think you have to ask for the elected body, not the clerk.
I asked the mayor.
Okay.
And I'm curious why this, the rhetoric in this resolution, if it would stop at flags, because saying that our city is not going to support one religion or anything like that, will this prevent us from having either Christmas decorations? Would this eliminate our free parking for religious holidays?
Free parking?
It just doesn't make sense the way it's written, that we would draw the line at flags. And then also,
Okay, so she's trying to be way too reasonable about it, and then she's trying to present it as like, well, she talked about street sweeping and all this other stuff you talk about in the city council meeting, and she's like, well, actually, I want to talk about the flag thing too.
She looks like a reasonable
what
woman.
What she's doing, though, is exactly what you need to do. And, like, Utah recently, I think, found this out when they decided to fuck around with, like, banning certain books. And it's like, when you write your legislation, like, really shitty, then it turns out people can then use it against you in vengeance for what you were trying to do to them.
Yes.
So she's making the argument. It's like, okay, if you're going to ban this, what's going to stop other people from banning all the stuff that you might like?
I like how they hired an actual homeless to do the camera work here. That homeless
No, that's
person?
just someone from Michigan.
Oh, that's just how Michiganese dress?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Excuse me.
Here we go. This is when the fun starts. This is when the fun starts.
It's going to be great.
Thank you for your time. And may I address the esteemed and distinguished council people here before me. I am here to support Resolution 82. Hamtramck may be one of the most diverse cities in the country, but we have to draw the line somewhere. Sure, many Hamtramck residents have fled countries where being gay is a death sentence, but...
Look, the taller guy in the doorway got really interested all of a sudden. Like, what?
If he starts rubbing his hands together like this, we're in trouble. So this gentleman here who's talking... that's not a real clown, right?
I don't know if it's a gentleman.
Well, I
don't
think
believe it's a
female clowns would have pink, rosy cheeks. I think that's the separation.
Are you like clown-splaining right now?
Yes.
Is that what's happening?
I think I know more about clowns than you do, Magicus.
Nothing says we have to make it comforting and welcoming here. While we can't legally discriminate against LGBTQ people in the United States anymore, the City Council of Hamtramck can say, ew, now, be proud somewhere else. Because that is the meaning of neutrality, my fellow citizens.
You can tell this person's
at a time
practiced a
when
lot of reading at the local library.
all of us feel the burden
Very
of inflation.
emotive.
We can't expect to throw costs towards rainbow flags. We have to spend $146,996 on tasers for the Hamtramck Police Department. And just in case any of these radical gays get out of line. During Pride
They'll use it on the coloreds too.
I like how they keep looking over at like the people in the doorway. It's like, you know exactly who the fuck I'm addressing this to.
Yeah.
Less. Bravo.
Yeah, the guy that's behind the tall guy, where you can just see like his face, he is like, what the fuck? He's like, nah.
Yeah,
And so allow me to humbly present a redesign of the Hamtramck City placard to underscore this brave council's position on neutrality. This new sign will ensure that visitors and residents know that this is a city that stands for diversity so long as it doesn't offend the religious beliefs and backgrounds of others. The slogan...
What does it say?
Hamtramck welcomes you if you're straight. The world in 2 square miles.
You must be straight. Do you remember Chris Chaney, his early videos? As long as you are straight.
Christian should be in here.
Hamtramck welcomes you if you're straight. And this is a historic moment. A moment where the basic rights of LGBTQ folks are under attack. And history
Ooh, more
will
signs?
look back at these 7 brave
Penn and
members
Teller
of
are
City
killing it
Council
today.
and remembered they remained neutral. The headlines will read, heroic Hamtramck City Council votes to stay neutral during Pride Month, bans pride flags on all city property, and instead invests in police tasers. Now, and this might be a little on the nose for you.
In our chat, we have someone asking, why do they look the same? Hamtramck, as we just looked over, we saw the racial breakdown of Hamtramck. Minorities always look the same. And these people happen to...
White people are minorities.
They're the minorities in Hamtramck.
Yeah.
It's the rule. The
That's how it
minorities
works out.
always look the same.
We don't make the rules for this. That's just how it is.
I believe, because I've looked into this story, they are also lesbians.
So is the cameraman behind them too. They're literally all the same person. They all look the same.
And if you don't like this poster, I do have another one. This is obviously we'll have to paint over the rainbow on the mural because that is a little too gay. But we will have the world in 2 straight miles, so it's a little bit it's
Straight
covert,
miles.
So it's not right.
The world in 2 straight miles.
Anyway, thank you so much. I yield the rest of my time.
Oh, those dudes are kissing. I like the guy in the background's like, oh no, oh no, please no. And the guy next to him is just laughing. He's like, hey. He's like, I think one of them's a girl.
Russ Gordon.
They both are. All right, let's see who shows up next. Because there's a few characters at this one. Let's see. This guy, well, let's see what he says.
I gotta say, that was a good speech. I think that they did a good job.
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, the best circus.
Please keep it down. Go ahead, Russ.
Okay. I'm obviously speaking about the flag ordinance, the ordinance to eliminate the pride flag.
I can't get over this homeless dressed character in the back. I love them so much.
You know, there have been a number of reasons presented for it. Probably the biggest is that that some of the flags don't represent flags of nations. Others that the flag selection was done without a quorum. There have been many reasons put forth for this. We've always had flags that were not flags of nations displayed there since day one.
Because I think the new rule is like it bans like flags that aren't national flags. So that's interesting.
That's not new. I think the elephant in the room, the thing we all see, the thing we're not talking about, is that homosexuality is a sin.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew he was going to go there.
Somebody had to say it.
And I think that's what's weighing on people and driving this decision.
You know, I think the reason people want to ban this flag is because homosexuality is a sin. I think nobody's gone out and said this yet, but I put two and two together.
Wow. How did he figure
I don't know.
It's
that
a
seems
sin.
like kind of a leap, Billy. I don't know how you could possibly come
I
to
didn't.
that
I was mimicking him. He said it, Magicus. He's the one making the leap. I'm always reasonable.
Yes, this is true.
That is an inappropriate reason for banning this flag. There could be many reasons. Gay folks have been sidelined for centuries.
Oh, sideline. I thought he was looking for the word icky.
So it was hard to tell what side he was falling onto this, but I think he's mocking them because they won't just come out and say why they're trying to get rid of it.
I think his heart's in the right place,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have like the charisma that the previous people did.
They, back in the day, they were executed.
They're still executed in some places.
Yeah.
That's what the guys in the background are thinking. Like, well, you know, we will work our way to execution.
Yeah, obviously.
Don't worry, we're not stopping with the flag.
But it's a reality, okay, and it exists. And there are a lot of gay people in this community. And that flag represents them. It's inclusive. It allows them to feel like they belong in this community. For many, many years, for centuries, they haven't belonged anywhere. They, I had a real good friend of mine years ago.
The guy in the white shirt reminds me of like a Middle Eastern Jared Fogle.
Yeah, he's got some Fogle vibes. He's
Yeah,
a
the
classic
hair.
too for picking up the tripod and moving it around.
Why?
Thus, like,
Isn't
not
the point of a tripod?
not
to be in
using the
one
tripod
spot?
at all when you do that.
Let's see what this guy, Stone Cold Goldberg. He's wearing a body cam. You see this?
Oh snap! He must be
All
off
right,
duty.
Do we want to take bets on whether he's for or against the
let's think
flag
about
ban?
He wants the gay flags.
He wants them. He doesn't
He
want
wants them. He wants to play gay flag football.
I'm gonna say he doesn't want the gay flags.
What?
Okay, let's see.
All right.
Good afternoon, husband. Hold on one second.
Is he Iron Man or
Yeah,
something?
it's his heart monitor.
Good afternoon, Hassan. Are you a public activist? Live in Dearborn. I just want to tell everybody, Pride Month, don't put it down our throats. Okay.
Yeah, yep. So
don't put it down your throats.
Just that expression alone tells me he's for the flag ban.
I think it just means he's a top.
Yeah.
No, he would say,
Okay.
no. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. I get 1 point.
Yep.
Because let me say something. That flag, the pride flag, you think you guys want to put down my throat? Let me put my Lebanese flag down your throat. Okay? We're not going to sit here and put the Yemeni flag. We're not going to sit here and put any flag. We're just going to put the American flag. That's what we support.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Lebanese flag is allowed. They were talking about national flags are okay.
Yeah,
one, you can have any of those flags up and it's fine. And two, I don't think they're literally stuffing the flag down your throat. You could just
not look at it. Yeah. I don't really care.
And it is kind of your nation's ideals that are taking their flag out of the hallways, right? Like you are technically stuffing your flag's ideals down their throat by taking away their flag.
Right.
It is a tug of war here. Like if we were going to stuff things down throats, I would love to stuff something down a hot Lebanese woman's throat. Don't get me wrong. They're beautiful. Beautiful people. But I'm not gay. So this guy, no stuffing down his throat.
I'm a Lebanese person, and I support the American flag. We are not going to sit here and tolerate you guys come in and say, oh, it's Pride Month. You're gay? No problem. You be gay by yourself. Don't sit
Be gay by yourselves.
You gay? No problem. Be gay by yourself.
Yourselves.
Don't tempt me with your kebab. With your fleshy rainbow kebab.
You can be gay, but you can't be happy about it, all right?
Well, I do agree that gay people are getting a little too comfortable.
What I always thought that the L in the LGBT was Lebanese.
I think so, yeah.
Here, throw it down kids' throats, my throat, or anybody's throat.
That's what religion is for. Their throats are full of religion.
He's a Lesbanese, right?
I'm addressing Mexico. I'm sitting there talking, I'm addressing you guys. I ain't addressing nobody else but council. Thank you. Please. But you interrupted me, so I get 30 seconds. Anyways, just to let the council know.
I like his bartering. You interrupted me, so I get 30 seconds.
The Pride Day or Pride Month or whatever they want to call it, don't put it down our throats. We support the American flag.
I kind of want to see this guy.
People's throats.
I want to see this guy and Alex Jones gangbang Blair White. That'd be so hot.
My parents came to this country in 1972 from Lebanon. You don't see my family sitting there putting the flag and say, I'm going to put the Lebanese flag down your throat. You keep your flag, you want to put it at your house, put it at your house. Do not put it on city property and do not put it in our schools.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think I figured it out. Like, he might be worried that if people put the flag down his throat, there won't be enough room to stuff another cheesesteak down his throat.
Well,
whoa,
he's buff. He might turn gay. If he sees the flag enough time, I think the rule is like if you see the flag like 20 or more times, you turn gay.
That is true. I've heard that.
And he's scared. He's already seen it probably about 28 times.
As an honorary gay, I don't even think I've looked at the flag that much.
Wow, he got an ovation.
I do think that this group of people probably aren't that big of fans of free speech. Someone in the chat says, at the end of the day, it's anti-free speech, right?
Fuck, I just had the best idea ever. We need to get like a Medusa head and like color all the fucking snakes on it with like the pride colors, so that way when you look at it, you turn gay.
Gay Dusa?
Yeah, we need a gay Dusa.
Magic is, why aren't you using your sorcerer powers to make a gay Dusa?
I just came up with this, okay?
So they're now kicking out the people in the doorway.
They are a fire hazard.
I closed the Dearborn school board. Why? because they're trying to put sexual explicit materials in our schools. Don't put it down my throat. You want to put that? Read it to your kids at your homes. Don't be reading it to our kids in school. We are tired of this. At the end of the day,
do you remember in 5th grade when they had you do sex ed in school, and you had to like learn how to put a condom on? And
nope, I didn't learn
never did
that.
Oh yeah, you went to
Condoms
Catholic
are
school,
against Catholicism.
Yeah, did you ever do that, Magicus?
I think we did that in like 6th or 7th grade.
6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
Why were they indoctrinating me at 5th grade?
I don't know. That's too young. Maybe they're trying to spread the gay somehow. That's the only explanation.
They didn't even do gay sex ed for me in 5th grade. If you were gay, you just had to like do the sum of the two parts and subtraction and addition to make it work.
Figure it out, dude.
City property.
It's not that hard, right? A hole's a
You want to
hole.
put the American flag? You want to put the LGBTQ flag? Put it at your house. Don't sit there and try to bring in our.
Is this extra 30 seconds up yet?
Teach children something that we do not need around our children. So I'm asking the city council today to approve a resolution that no flag but the American flag to be in any city or any school.
No, they're not going to do that. It's funny, he came in with the like, no flag but the American flag. Well, what about the state flag of Michigan? That's probably being around too.
Got to take that one down too.
Damn. Oh,
Just
okay.
let Toledo come take
Also,
the
I'm
rest
pretty
of
sure
Michigan.
he stole more than 30 seconds at the end after he said that.
I kept interrupting him. Here's this guy. What do you think? What about him?
Definitely against. He
he's-
doesn't want the flag up.
He's obviously a pro-gay person.
Let's see.
He's a real gay.
We just like to tell you.
He's got them cute little cheeks.
3 minutes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Naji, and I'm an immigrant from a small village in a country called Yemen.
He loves the village people.
Yemenis.
He loves the
I came
village people.
to
He's
this great
gay.
country when I was less than 7 years old. But I did not always think that this was a great country. In fact, from the time I got here until I graduated college, I was constantly told America is an evil country. America is an unjust country.
Oh.
America is a racist country. I felt like I, did not belong here.
Kinda, it's our thing.
Over the years, as I grew up in America, I had flashbacks to my early life in Yemen. I remembered that we were so poor, we would have only chicken once in a blue moon. And when we did have...
They'd eat chicken and drink a blue moon?
Once in a blue moon, they would only have chicken. They were so poor.
Everything.
That's a
And I-
meal. Blue moon chicken.
Remember, we had no running water, no electricity, and no bathrooms. Yes, I did remember all of this growing up. But you see, it was a faint, distant memory, as if it were my imagination or my dream.
What do you think his point is in telling this part of it?
I think he's going to say...
I can't even tell.
He's going to say that he's imagined and dreamed poverty, and he's imagining a world where gay people and all the other religions can have sex together.
Other religions?
All the
So
other
for 20
religions.
years, I never traveled beyond the borders of America. That changed in 2000 when I visited Yemen for the first time. And needless to say, I was in complete shock. The level of poverty and chaos that I personally witnessed there was at another level. The effect it had on me was similar to when you're in a nightmare and you suddenly wake up. It was a complete shock.
This is the worst I have a dream speech I've ever heard.
Alhamdulillah, praise be to God. Now I am thankful that God has blessed me with the opportunity to be and live in this wonderful country, where I have the freedom to live my life as I see fit, where I can worship my Creator in peace and tranquility. Unfortunately, many people in our country don't seem to understand this. They don't know, or they don't want to know what it's like to live in extreme poverty.
Yeah, man,
What
we
it's
have chicken
to
every
live
night. We don't
under
give a
severe
fuck.
repression.
I just want to know how this relates to the flag.
Where's the flag coming into this?
Yes.
I still don't see it. His argument sounds like it could go either way still.
No freedom of speech, no freedom of religion. I owe my success and my livelihood first and foremost to the Creator Himself, Almighty God, then to this great country. Our soldiers fought, bled, and died in the jungles of Iwo Jima and the beaches of Omaha so that you and I can live with peace, prosperity, and freedom. those soldiers fall under the American flag and no other.
Okay, so they're creating this weird thing where, like, if you're cool with the pride flag, you're against the American flag. The last guy did this too.
Yeah.
That it's somehow like anti-American flag, which doesn't make any sense.
They're just saying the American flag is the only flag, except there's tons of other flags that are allowed.
Right.
Yeah, but didn't he also said it's like, yeah, but you have the freedom to worship like whatever god you want. And that's
No,
what
his
makes America
creator.
great. Yeah, well, like
He did
what
say,
if you allow-
he said the creator, talking about his God. He did.
Yeah, I think that if you're going to make the freedom argument, then that kind of goes against everything he's going to say now.
But he's also making the religion argument, which has always contradicted every other point of reason.
Including itself, yeah.
Yeah, so he's glad he has the freedom and prosperity of living in the U.S., but he wants his Muslim religion to be respected above all others here.
I think this guy's had one too many chicken dinners as of late.
It's shameful and embarrassing to have any other flag in public buildings. You have the
There's other types of flags in all kinds of public buildings.
It's shameful
It's
and
everywhere.
embarrassing. Look, I think it's also shameful and embarrassing to have a gay pride flag wrapped around your waist to hide your pecker when you're at the fucking orgy.
Yeah,
you should just
but
let
I
dick
feel
hang.
like it's embarrassing to have an American flag wrapped around your pecker too. So
No, that's cool.
But now, well, the rule basically is that the American flag gets the highest flagpole, and I think the exception to that might be Texas. I don't know. That might be something that I heard that I never verified, but I could have swore I heard one time that in Texas they fly them at the same level as the American flag, but everywhere else normally when there's a bunch of flags on display, the U.S. flag is the highest one.
I just want to point out that's 2 points for me now, so I am definitely winning here.
Oh, really, Magicus? By picking the brown guy, you fucking racist?
I'm sorry. Look, plain
Yeah,
as you
you,
see him, man.
you're
I'm sorry.
profiling. You don't get points for profiling, you fucking prick.
This is America. That's exactly
All
what
right,
you get.
all you're doing is looking at these people. You're profiling all of them. What are you talking
This
about?
guy is definitely. Oh no, the hat guy is definitely.
Here he
against
comes.
it for sure.
Here he
Not
comes.
even close. He fucking hates the flag.
Good evening, Council. My name is Mike Hasham. First thing I want to say, all of us are immigrants. All of us came from countries to respect this flag.
Not all of us are immigrants. People who were born other places and then moved here are immigrants. That's what immigrant means.
And there should be no other flag in this country other than the American flag.
What? Okay, this is the third time I've heard this dumbass argument. They're not even trying to ban they're banning like some specific flags, and I think the focus was to get rid of the gay pride flag.
Yeah.
But they had to get rid of other ones, so it wasn't like that obvious. And that's what the first, like the older guy, the point he was making. But it is weird that they're going all the way, and they're like, you can't have any other kind of flag.
We have civil wars in our countries. We have famine in our countries.
Fatman?
But to come to
we have famine in our country.
Hold on. If you are living in the United States because you care so much about the flag on his head, like, isn't America your country now? Like, not wherever you came from? I thought that was the whole point that they're trying to make, is they love America and that's their country.
Country to display a colorful flag that means nothing to us. I mean,
there's a commotion in the hallway.
That's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the people that lost their lives for this country in wars. It's a disgrace.
No, they didn't fight those wars so that could be the only flag to ever be shown in a public place. That's not why they did it.
This flag for people who lose their lives just to cross the border to have a better life in
I
this
like
country.
the idea, though, that wars only exist to protect the flag.
Capture the flag. It's just a really serious game of capture the flag.
It's just murder, capture the flag. It's all good.
And let me tell you
the
something.
flag just happens to be made out of this black, like, oily substance that we seem to value very, really highly. That's just total coincidence, right? Ignore that.
He's blaming the blacks. Did you hear that? Wow.
Fucking Magicus.
Can't believe he did that.
I'm all for removing the gay pride flag. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. This is America. I have the right to say I'm against the gay pride flag.
Yeah.
If anyone has an issue with it, they can go kick rocks. But in the end of the day, this is the flag that should be up. No other flag.
Thank you. Khalil Othman.
Khalil Ahmad. I wonder what side he'll be on.
Oh, he's obviously gay. He's dressed too well to be on the straight side.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. I would start. I had the privilege and the honor to work in this great city for 4 years. And this great city embraced diversity despite the fact in the past years it suffers so many economic hardships. And while we celebrate the budget balance and the surplus that this leadership
This isn't homophobia, by the way. This is flag phobia. It's bad.
It literally is them being afraid of the flag. So, like, I think phobia is the correct word in this case for once.
Leadership within 1 year, and that surplus will continue for many years to come. I do believe throughout my time here, working with different minorities, different culture, the city got along really good. People lived here.
Okay, so right now I can't tell yet what side he's on.
I'm still sticking against. He doesn't like the flag.
Nope, that suit's definitely tailored for a nice queer man.
I don't know. You never, you don't know.
For many years, and they got along really good. Entertaining or introducing or start getting the communities or segregating the communities based on ethnic and racial or groups or political affiliations, this is just gonna create hate. This is gonna create division. This is gonna create so many things for the city. So if we take a step back and celebrate what this leadership has achieved today and what's coming in the upcoming years for the city, it's much better than focusing on something that's really gonna divide the city. I do support the proposal and the resolution that's you guys proposing. And
So he said he does support the proposal?
I think so.
I do believe one flag, the United States of America.
They're all doing it.
One flag.
In the city properties. Thank you.
One flag.
You know what? I think we should have no flags. Fuck flags. Fuck symbols. They're all stupid.
See, this is flagocide that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this woman.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got
Oh,
recessed
yeah.
chin energy.
Burning the American flag is my right, so I have the right to commit flagicide.
It's not your right.
It is
Let
actually.
the Boy Scouts do it.
Today I want to stand here and talk
She's
about
Polish.
something that
Yes.
wraps around this proposal you guys
I think she's
have.
going to be against it. I think I'm voting against.
I'm a member, fairly new member of a Facebook group for Hamtramck. And I have to tell you that the Yemenis are being so targeted on this page by members of the LGBT community. They're being baited. They're being put in traps to say things. They're being...
I mean, what? No. On Facebook, they're being put in traps?
Yeah, they're being baited.
They don't have to. They could log off anytime they want.
Look, it's obvious the LGBT community is coming in here and making the Yemenis call them terrible things.
threatened to be
I went
sued.
on my Facebook and I said something really homophobic and racist, and then they made fun of me and called me out for being a piece of shit.
Right.
Wipe your ginger tears, Magicus.
Or talking about the religion, this, that, and the other. It's relentless attacks on this community. And we're sitting here talking about flying flags that has
Camera guy's like,
nothing
nope,
to do
not recording a
with
woman.
making peace in this community. It's unacceptable to witness the targeting of individuals based on their religious beliefs. Such acts of discrimination and mistreatment undermine the principles of respect, tolerance, and human dignity that are essential for a just and inclusive society. The deliberate
You're not entitled
harassment
to
and
respect from anyone. Right? That's not a right that you have.
This camera person in the back dressed as a homeless, that's Gollum, right? That's Schmeagol.
I think that's Jay from like the fucking Jay and Silent Bob.
mockery inflicted upon the Yemeni community by individuals on this Facebook group are reprehensible. No one should be subjected to such degrading treatment because of their faith. It is a violation.
Only because of their sexual identity.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Everything I believe is sacred and good, and you shouldn't be able to say anything negative about it.
Welcome
But
to
fuck those
politics.
people because they like to kiss, people match their gender or whatever.
That's politics, Magicus. That's how it's always been.
Fundamental rights and an assault on the principles of religious freedom and coexistence.
This is the worst thing to happen to the Yemeni people ever.
True.
Yeah.
Hamtramck
Getting trolled on Facebook.
Hamtramck trolls is not cool.
It almost makes me want to join that Facebook group.
I wouldn't recommend that.
We stand here and we talk about coexistence, but it's okay for one group to attack another group because those people want to stand by their faith. This is
That's what they're
America.
doing right here, right now. Like, you're literally doing that.
If standing by your faith means being a prick to other people, then yeah, it's you can't do it. You'll get it back.
Oh my god.
We don't fly heterosexual flags. We don't fly.
Show me the heterosexual flag.
It's a fucking mayonnaise label.
Any of these other flags. That doesn't mean that people aren't free to exist. They are. But we don't have to fly a flag on city property next to the United States flag that slams in the face, goes against things that people do not believe. If we're going to respect one side, we're going to respect the other. And that's all I have to say.
No, you're literally not doing that.
Oh,
That's
she's
the whole
got-
point of banning the flag.
She's got shitty back tattoos.
Yeah.
She went hard in the tram.
Gracie Kedge.
She went ham in the tram.
She went ham in the tram, dude. She's fucked.
Okay, so
Obviously, this
Yes.
person is going to be. Yeah, we know. We don't even have to.
Is this a Drunken Peasants fan?
It might be.
It's John Lennon.
I rise today to speak against the flag resolution and the lie that it's based upon. This resolution is brought about through a bold-faced lies.
Okay, this guy is covering that kid's ears right now, so he can't hear.
Nice.
Do you see that?
Nice.
Yeah. Wow. Fuck. Why would you bring a child to this if you don't want them to hear what's being said?
Resolution has zero to do with hate groups flying the flag, unless the city administration fully and truly.
It's so ridiculously petty.
Hey, we don't want this kid to be gay, so let's stick things in his holes.
Yep.
His ear holes. But a little weird.
The LGBTQI community of Hamtramck is a full-fledged hate group. Though,
So now he got tired of doing it and told the
He's like,
kid
hey, I
to
just
plug his
realized,
ears.
I'm fingering your ear hole. You do it yourself, okay?
Just pretend, I'm not listening for sure. I definitely can't hear through a finger.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I believed that if you swallow watermelon seeds, that watermelons would grow in your stomach. So I definitely think that kid believes he can catch the gay if he doesn't plug his ears.
Well, his parents probably told him.
from what I can see, that this gathering, there's only one hate group listed by the Southern Poverty.
And now he's doing it.
He's like,
just leave.
Plug your own ears.
They
I
only
don't want to catch the gay either.
They only want to hear the shit they agree with. It's so weird.
Here tonight, and that's Moms for Liberty. I challenge the council to return with a resolution that is transparent and name their real target for erasure, which is the LGBTI community. If the council chooses to carry through
I
with
want to
this law.
side with the gays here. I want to side with the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
But I can't stand the theatrics. The theatrics is cringe. It's cringe.
You gotta do something with that art degree, okay? Like this is what you got.
Man.
This resolution is brought about through a bold-faced lie. This resolution has zero to do with hate groups flying the flag, unless the city administration fully and truly believes that the LGBTQI community of Hamtramck is a full-fledged hate group. Though, from what I can see at this gathering, there's only one hate group listed by the Southern Poverty League here tonight, and that's Moms for Liberty.
Moms for Liberty.
Moms for Liberty.
Yeah, I think the woman in the background there.
She's a mom for liberty.
Yeah, I would guess so.
See, with the back tattoo, she's taking a lot of liberties.
I do appreciate that we're actually bringing out like facts here, where it's like, okay, this is a statement that's provably true, and it's not just my opinion. So that's an improvement over the other side.
That's true.
Pete Repeat in the pleb chat says, "Isn't wrestling theatrical?" Yes, and oftentimes wrestling can get really fucking cringy. Not all theatrics is cringy. This theatrics, to me, highly cringy.
To return with a resolution that is transparent and name their real target for erasure, which is the LGBTI community. If the council chooses to carry through with this lie, they are doing a disservice to Hamtramck and the community they claim to serve.
The kid keeps taking his fingers out of his ears, and his dad's like, put them back in.
Put them back. You're going to catch the gay.
Mr. Mayor, you should be ashamed for this. You should be ashamed for this farce and for having Muhammad bring this forth. When you said 4 days ago in reference to flying the pride flag, he doesn't have to worry. There is a higher level decision coming. That isn't democracy, sir. That isn't the America I fought for. That's fascism. It is clear that you are either ignorant or hateful and spiteful. The clear and abundant desire to shove this community back in the closet is seen by all of us. And I leave you with a history lesson. The rising of Stonewall was in response to hate, and my community will rise again. I fought for you. I fought for your right to hate me, and you're welcome.
Are you supposed to use Stonewall as a threat? I thought they were defending themselves.
Joey Roberts.
Look at this. Man, it's so petty.
Oh, God.
And here comes the security officer.
She's Team LBGT.
Everyone has the right to speak. We will clear this room. Everyone is not respectful.
Everyone has the right to speak, whether you agree with them or not.
Yeah, please.
Joey Roberts.
Folks, thank you. If you don't keep it down, we will clear the hallway.
I gotta say, that face in that woman, that is the face of somebody who does not get paid enough to deal with this kind of shit.
Yes.
1% of people get paid enough to deal with the shit they deal with.
Joey Roberts. Come on, you're up.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, man. That's a Michigani right there.
They just call him in from the bar?
Right.
That.
Yeah, he's gonna... All right, I'm gonna say he's team fuck the flag.
I can say exactly what he's going to say. He's going to be like, I sucked a fair share of dick in my life, but that was for crack. I never need no flag to tell me how to get crack. I could get it by hook or by crook. I want these flags down, and I could use them as blankets because I'm sleeping in the streets tonight.
He's got that like meth look to him. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
You don't know what it is? It's called the meth look.
I don't know. It's you know.
Crack.
Like mayor, city council members, change the subject and all that. My thing is about the police policy. Police have policy in Hamtramck.
So he's talking about something totally different. He just doesn't want the police to arrest him.
The police seem to have a policy to end my good fun.
Yeah.
I would like to speak out against this police corruption of ending my good fun. I'm having good fun.
But the citizens don't know what the policy is. Police violate the policy every day. What they expect our superiors...
Does he have drugs in his hand right now? He's got something in his hand.
I hope so. I really want that to be true.
He's just got a vial in his hand full of some good shit.
On that. But hey, how do the people know what policy they are breaking? My brother was beat up 2 weeks ago. They broke 3 thresholds. My gate, my screen door, and my door. And beat my brother in my house. I asked for the policy twice. was rejected because they said it jeopardizes their procedure.
Okay, hold on. We have to ask a different question for this guy. Do you think he's a sovereign citizen?
No.
No, I don't think he knows anything about any of that shit.
Yeah.
I think he's just a gentleman of leisure.
The real question is what his cheap beer of choice is.
I don't know. Like, I definitely could see like the police like trying to arrest somebody. It's like, what's your policy that allows you to come into my house and arrest me?
Yeah, I'm sure you could see that, Magicus. This guy, though, he's too worried about not getting his triple thresholds kicked in.
I don't want to know the procedures. I just want their policy. Are they able to smoke on a job? Are they able to drink on a job? Are they able to run red lights?
If they are, can I get a job?
Yeah.
Are they able to...
Are they hiring right now?
Probably yes, actually. Like, that's the exact kind of person the police do hire. It's like, I would love to be able to break the law legally.
Yeah.
Well, they would hire this guy, too, but as an informant. He'd have to rat on all his friends.
Just be rude to a citizen for no reason at all. That is my thing. It's like the police, the citizen needs to know the policy of the police so we can hold them accountable. Because they get away.
I love how this is just nonsense, too. He's like, well, we need to know the policy. Okay, figure it out then. Go look it up.
Are police able to run red lights? Tell me. Yeah, they do have that ability.
Yeah.
I agree with Nancy Shrew. I have no idea what he's talking about, but he's the most interesting speaker so far.
So far, yes. He is the... Yes.
Way too much.
There's no theatrics here.
They disrespect my mom. My mom is 85 pounds. She's a little short lady. A 6'5", 7" lady told her she's going to take her to jail. My mom said, no, you take me to the hospital.
Is the policy if you're any height, you can go to jail?
Okay, so this is what happened. A 6'7" woman told his 85-pound mom that she was going to take her to jail. And his mom simply responded, you're going to take me to the hospital. I ain't going to jail. What the fuck? My 85-pound mom is Stone Cold Steve Awesome.
She's 85 pounds.
Oh, Hamtramck, you're ridiculous. Here's to good times.
Yeah, let's
I want a vacation in Hamtramck now. Let's go. It sounds like a pretty hype place.
Let's get our shots before we go there, okay?
I'm asking for the policy to be released to the citizens of Hamtramck. The police policy, not the procedures, not to jeopardize their integrity or
Wait, what's the difference between policy and procedure here?
There isn't.
The policy, the rules they have to follow. How can we hold them accountable if the citizens don't know what rules they gotta follow? We have to wear a seatbelt. Do cops have to wear a seatbelt? Can cops smoke in a police car?
Who cares?
Can cops just pull up and question it for no reason? I'm asking for the policy to be released to the citizens of Hamtramck. The police policy, not the procedures, the policy, the rules, and the rules they have to follow. I see cops.
Your time's up.
I see police blow through red lights all the time. I see police make red U-turns all the time.
Yes, they
I see
do.
Police not wearing a seatbelt all the time. I see police drive around with cracked windshield all the time. But don't hold them accountable. The citizens of Hamtramck.
And you know how many times I've been pulled over and the police get to leave with my crack? They had crack. How come I can't have crack if they can have it?
We're held accountable. When they threaten a citizen of Hamtramck, shouldn't they be held accountable? That's why I was stopped from today, but I'm asking for the release of Hamtramck police policy.
All right. So that was a good one. That was a good one.
I mean, I guess that was sort of based. Like, he's like, I want the police to be accountable for doing stupid shit. Like, okay, yeah, I'm on it.
It just made no sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Be going at the end. My mistake. 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, this one doesn't count because they already have the pin on, so you already know where this is going.
What pin do they have?
The flat or the rainbow on it. So like, yeah, you can see it. So.
Oh.
So my concern concern, I really want to stay in my lane, and it is about the.
I really want to stay in my lane. I know I'm a white woman, and I would like to say maybe once in a while, brown people can be wrong.
They have carpal tunnel syndrome, maybe?
Yeah.
You think?
They dress like a librarian.
The way the policy regarding the flying the flag reads, but I'm an artist and I'm not
Of course you're an artist.
major or anything
Thanks,
like that.
I'm also an artist.
So I want to.
She's not a poli-sci major or anything like that, so she doesn't really know.
My concern about the wording and how it's going to relate to art in the city. Sidewalk chalk murals are a really great way for emerging artists to get kind of like experience. It's a great way for small business owners to get artwork, and it's temporary. It's
I already like where this is going because like she's just trying to bait them into saying like, I guess you can't fucking do rainbows and art either, because like if they try to say, oh well, this isn't about art, you can draw whatever you want, like, you know, they're gonna fucking plaster that city with rainbow murals everywhere.
I'm just glad she's still wearing a mask. Keep it safe.
It's kind of a tradition in Hamtramck. We have children who come out for events and do sidewalk drawings and all this kind of thing. And I'm just concerned by the way that it reads that won't be something that's allowed to be diverse in nature and celebratory of pride. And so I would like for the city council to just
This woman
think about
comes
that.
from a long line of compliant human beings. Her family just recently started taking posies out of their pockets.
And maybe take some time to reword it and consider how it's going to impact how we express art and diversity in the city specifically when it doesn't pertain to a flag flying on a pole, right? So I know we're talking about flags specifically, that's been the hot topic online, but the way it reads, it talks really about images. And
This
those can be really
fucking guy
powerful
with the phone has the coldest stare.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You ever see Charles Manson's mugshot?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
that.
That guy has definitely killed people before. You could just tell.
This person is making a good point because they're saying in the law it's not just flags, it's like any type of public art that you would put a rainbow in is also questionably banned.
Well, yeah, I guess it's also gonna, like, if they answer, it's like, yeah, we're gonna ban rainbows from art, like, that is very clearly going to get them sued and, like, have this shit challenged in court. Because, like, that's obviously against the First Amendment to, like, say you can't draw a rainbow.
For visibility, the queer community is prone to suicide, so when it comes to art and expression, I would really like that to be considered and maybe to consider rewording the ordinance. So that's actually it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very brief. Very to the point. Okay, okay, this guy. Old guy, full head of gray hair with a ponytail.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
He hates
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he hates the flag.
No, he
I would
hates them
say-
all.
I would, but I'm looking at the red glasses. Okay, like the Sally Jesse Raphael.
He's gonna say, look, a long time ago, this used to be a Polish area, and there's been too many colors on both sides. Let's dial it back. Let's pale it up, please.
So, some people in the chat are guessing he might be gay, and
I don't think it's unreasonable to guess that he might, like, be either side here. So.
okay, let's see.
But I'm still sticking with he hates the flag.
Bill Meyer from One Hamtramck. So we all have one enemy that we all have to fight here.
Told you. Hates them both. One
I want to
enemy.
hear what he says.
Is hate.
Hate.
We have hate on all sides. We have hate to deal with every issue we have. We have to conquer hate. Love is the answer. We have to respect every human being. As far as religious friends of mine, I think you all believe, you should believe, that every human is made in the image of God. We're all important. Every one of us, regardless of what our sexual orientation is, what our gender is.
These guys, guess we're all important, regardless of sexual orientation. No, the guy in the background was like, he was agreeing. Yes, we're all important, regardless of sexual orientation. No.
All human beings are all ship together. We're all going to go down together if we don't watch it. So the first thing, I'm sure religious.
See, the one time that there's even a questionable person, Magicus gets it wrong. You're racist, Magicus.
We don't know.
You're
this yet.
racist.
he still might turn this into it, so we need to unite under one flag argument.
He's definitely not.
I don't think so, but let's see.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Respect everybody as a human being first. We don't have to agree with everyone's sexual orientation and gender, but you still have to respect people as human beings. And I see nothing but love from this council. I don't see any hate coming from this council or mayor. I've watched you for a long time. That's why I say I support this council. I think you're trying to find a solution. And the most difficult thing to do is to find a way for people to live with other people that they don't agree with. That's the hardest thing to live with. I've been doing this a long time. And you don't want to get in an argument with people because it's over with. Once you start fighting, you don't have to find a solution. You have to find solutions, and I know you're trying to do it. Thank you for that. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about something else. So can I have an extra minute?
Yes, Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry. You. Okay. And by the way, you're supposed to address the mayor, not the council. So I'm the chair of the Michigan Peace Council, which is the chapter of the U.S. Peace Council, which is a member of the World Peace Council, which is the largest peace organization in the world.
He's working his way up the peace ladder.
And we have a chapter here in Michigan. And we have a project coming up. I want to give you a heads up because I'm going to, Michigan Peace Council is going to be presenting to you a move the money resolution for the Hamtramck City Council. It's coming up soon, and I want you to know about it.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with the flag stuff.
Yeah, he
gave a very neutral. It was a very neutral statement.
Yeah, where I thought he was going to hate both sides, he chose to love both sides, and that pisses me off.
All right, no points awarded to either side this
No,
round.
I got fuck your points. I've obviously I obviously
he didn't
don't
say
live by
whether he was for or against it.
I'm not Captain Obvious here, picking the brown people to be anti-gay. Captain Obvious, fuck out of here. There's no points. The fact that you're holding on to points based off of your privilege is your point of privilege.
There's
Sick.
gonna be like
Disgusting.
one person that like breaks the mold, and the trick is
Yeah, none of them have yet. I will say. Well, I mean, like, if they are a brown person, chances are they are Muslim, and chances are they are anti-gay. I mean, so Magicus is kind of just playing the odds with it.
No, but like that would have been like a really good guess. Like if he came out and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally like, I want the flag up." Like, because one fucking person that you don't expect is just gonna like come out in the exact opposite position. You're never gonna see it coming.
So what about this guy? This guy's a bro.
Hell's Only says, well, all the brown people are showing their hatred here. Before they spoke, Magicus chose brown. That being said, this is not their hatred as much as it is their indoctrination.
I'm going to say he's against the flag.
Okay.
Of course.
Let's see.
He's got fucking hamburger meat chest hair hanging out of his shirt. Of course he's against it.
I think it's like it's the fucking I'm not going to button up my shirt all the way kind of like dude bro energy that like makes me feel this way. So
if he had a pink shirt on and was dressed this exact way with a pink shirt, he'd be playing for the other team.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's correct.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, council members, thank you for being here today. My name is Darren Shelton. I am
Derek Shelton.
Shit.
People were saying he might be Lebanese. That is not a Lebanese name.
Executive director of Planet Ant Theater, just down the street.
A theater. He's a director of a theater. Yeah, he might be gay. He might be gay.
Shit. The one time I adhere to Magicus's racism, I get got. Fuck.
We're a nonprofit performing arts organization that has been here in the city of Hamtramck for it'll be 30 years on Labor Day. We're an institution in the city, long before my time, and I'm here today to say that the LGBT community is the lifeblood of our organization.
I thought there was going to be one that just comes out and it's like, oh, God damn it, we didn't see it coming.
Should have known. He's got some bullshit tchotchkes on the fucking side of his hat there. Totally gay flair. He's got flair. He's gay. I didn't see the flair.
I understand everybody that's coming up here today and saying things along the lines of it should only be the American flag. I understand that. But the fact of the matter here is that it's not just the American flag. There are plenty of flags represented.
But of course, the confident, tall, manly man is the one here choosing for being open to the gays. Because he has nothing to fear. These guys in the background, they're probably all closeted. They're teeny tiny, minuscule men that probably thought about sticking one in one of their buddies And that they need to stop this or else they'll become the sinners they're trying to do away with. This guy, he can't go outside without accidentally fucking a woman. He's too manly.
I mean, I don't know if he's into women.
Even if he is, he's one of those gays that fucks women on the side. There's a lot of them.
I think that's called bisexual.
I just think Billy has shown his intuition isn't quite there, and all of these assumptions, I just can't trust them anymore.
Obviously, I'm not playing your guys' game of racism
Because you're bad at it. So
it's
it's so easy to not play a game that you're bad at.
Choose the brown guy. The game.
I think
it was
you're
very easy.
I think
not
you're
to be
misrepresenting
Captain Obvious. Not at all. Not at all.
It's a diverse city. It's a great city, and the diversity is what makes it great. I am here on behalf of allowing the LGBT community's voice to be heard as well, alongside, because I do believe that's what makes this city great. I've worked my entire adult life here in this city. I don't think sexuality is a political issue. The LGBT community deserves their presence and contributions within this community to be acknowledged alongside all of the other great populations here, because together is what makes this city great. It's why I believe in this city. It's why I work every day here to try to improve this city. This resolution to me feels like a thinly veiled attack on one flag.
This guy's too happy. I don't trust him.
Mr. Mayor, I implore you to strike down Resolution 20.
All right, so that was his stance on it.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Okay.
Oh, this is Danny G. German.
Got her.
Okay.
I like her hat.
She's the woman from that TV show, The Big Comfy Couch.
3 minutes.
Thank you. Hello?
No, please keep that down.
Down? Okay. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Hello, Council. As a resident of Hamtramck, hearing about Resolution 2023-82 before Council today makes me ask, does Hamtramck not want to maintain a reputation of being a welcoming city to one and all? Is it not proud of the many groups and individuals and community of individuals that are pertinent to its nurturing, growth, and ultimate success?
I think there's a good chance she knitted that hat herself.
I would bet money on it.
Yeah.
Well, very, very good odds.
Does it believe in upholding the separation of church and state? I believe this is an issue of human rights. The reason behind this resolution seems reminiscent of fear-mongering, manipulating the city's citizens to think they are in potential danger if this doesn't pass.
Okay, so we already know her, and people could easily guess hers.
Now we got to guess whether or not she shaves her armpits.
I mean, the hat basically was like.
Oh yes,
We got old lady cardigan coming up here. Okay, no, we definitely know she's 150% against this fucking flag.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she 150% knitted her own fucking cardigan.
She knitted this cardigan. This cardigan looks too good.
I just got to know if this cardigan was knitted, if that hat in the back on the homeless.
I think it was. There's a lot of knitting in Michigan.
Oh, I wonder, like, maybe does the previous person, sell, hats like that somewhere? Maybe we can get one.
So she's against the flag.
Yeah, for sure. Not even a question in my mind.
Okay.
Nope, just keep it there.
Okay. This isn't even thinly disguised. This is an attack on LGBTQ people.
There it is.
And let's be real about what's going on.
She's pro-flag.
Fucking based. All right.
You have added one more on top of the more than 500 resolutions and laws that have been proposed and or passed in this country attacking LGBTQ people, making it illegal for people to be forcing situations in which LGBTQ.
She can't get the letters straight, though. She's medicated, I think.
I don't think she needs to.
Well, you know what? Her heart's still in the right place. Okay, I'll take the L in this one.
Are very much in danger of suicide and other forms of self-hatred for no damn reason other than the fact of some old male supremacist religious ideology. Now, You got to face it, that's what that is. This is saying, no, not here either. We join with, you know what, DeSantis and Donald Trump and Greg Abbott. Congratulations, people. That's inclusive to you. So that's one thing. The other thing
I wonder where the majority of the votes from Hamtramck went. Do you think the population here falls on the Trump side or the Biden side?
It's obviously Trumpian. These are small business owners. They want Donald Trump.
What small business do you think they own, Billy?
Yeah,
shawarma restaurants.
Let's start a tip train.
Alex L with the tip train. They obviously there's 100 shawarma restaurants in
I
Hamtramck.
thought you were going to say convenience.
It's
store.
all shawarma.
All right, you know what? Let's get to 40%, and I'll take the Malibu out, and I'll do a nice
Malibu. We need it. We need it back because we got to get to. I was hoping because we had such a good showing yesterday. I was hoping we get over 50%. You know.
I have to say is this thing about inclusion under the flag. People have raised that. We aren't. I'm someone who is not included under the American flag. On June 24th, the people who run this country made it that we women have no longer the right to control our bodies. There's tens of thousands of people who are immigrants on the border who are suffering.
Yeah, she's like an old school lefty. That's
what she's
okay.
doing.
So this is the part of the game where it's now like it's starting to get harder to predict.
Oh no, this is easy. It's always been easy, Magicus. The only hard one was that Uber Chad. That Uber Chad who I thought, he's way too fucking masculine to want to be for the gays. And then I didn't see the fucking flare on the back of his cap. He had just a little hint.
It almost looked like paint splotches because I noticed it when he was turned around.
Was it paint?
It almost looked like it, but I don't know what it was.
Oh, dude, I love this fucking guy in the back. Look at his chunky belly.
The guy that looked like Charles Manson.
Yeah, the Manson stare guy. Look at it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's about to get a fucking a spit of lamb and just start shaking his belly to like some fucking music on TikTok while slicing lamb meat off the fucking spit.
So are we already at she's for the flag?
Of course.
I think so.
All right,
ready.
Let's say.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you. Hello, I'm here to comment on Resolution 2023-82. My name is Caitlin Drinkard, and I've been a Hamtramck resident for 10 years. I'm also a high school counselor and have been for most of the last 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Over the years, I have worked with a number of LGBTQ.
Yeah. We already know. We already know. Like.
Yep.
Who's next? This guy.
Okay, I'm gonna say that he's against it.
He's probably here for something else. Look at his, what's this fucking arm thing he's doing?
He's T-posing, right?
It's something. There's something going on here.
I think it's the backwards hat to me. That's the thing.
Yeah, the mustache. The mustache is a fucking red herring.
It's a snapback hat too, which is weird to wear backwards. In my opinion,
I'm gonna say
you get like a poof of hair that comes out front.
I'm gonna say he's pro-flag.
Okay, all right.
I feel like this could be either one, but I'm still going to go against because of the hat.
Is yours in this here? She'll be next. Oh, he'll be next.
Ready?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me here. I would like to address the main issue I was talking about, the flag and all that. Okay. I've rented here for 10 years. I love Hamtramck with all of my heart. I just purchased a home. I've been a resident here for a very long time. I'm very proud of that fact. Why would our town, one of the most unique and diverse cities in the world, put an ordinance to make any group feel unwelcome or not accepted?
There it is.
See, when it gets hard, Magicus, I start playing and you start losing. You're like, oh, easy. Captain Obvious wins again. And I'm like, no, obviously the brown guy wants the pride flag. I was obviously joking, Magicus. And then look what happened. It gets interesting, and you've been exposed as a racist.
Ethan Ralph?
I like how once you like are starting to catch up, like now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I was always about this game the whole time. Now that I'm winning.
I was never about it until it got interesting. I didn't want to play point out the brown guy with Captain Obvious. But now that we're getting some actual discernment,
why you
and
thought
this
that
one
that's what
right
it
here,
was gonna
Magicus,
be the whole
just
time.
just pick your side right now. I'll tell you whether you're right before we even see him. Pick your side right now.
Is it the mask guy? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, they kind of look like Ethan Ralph.
Pick your
a little
side
bit.
right now.
I'm gonna say mask guy is probably for the flag.
Of course, he's got a mask and he's got a very gay
Right,
earring.
Like, the mask is usually like a giveaway. It's like I care about other people.
And a very gay earring.
Yeah.
This is actually George Lucas, by the way.
All right, I did not see the earring, but I agree with you. The earring is a dead giveaway.
This is George Lucas.
Let's see.
3 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasir Al-Bousi. I am a convert. I took my shahada at the Tawhid Center.
Please speak up.
I'm an ex-nuke with the United States Nuclear Power Training Command. I'm a citizen scientist, an anti-aggression activist, and I'm a transgender man.
Okay.
He better be for the flag.
I think that's all we really need to hear.
He better be for the flag.
Well, they also said they're an activist, so
yeah.
I want to keep this really brief. Equating the oppressed with the oppressor is definitionally and fundamentally dangerous. It wasn't just the Jews that they killed. It was genuinely every demographic in this room. There's no safety from the trivialization of violent hatred. And none of us are safe, besides the oppressors in our midst.
None of us are safe besides the oppressors in our midst.
Wait, did they actually like say anything about the flag, or did they just say like I hate people oppressing people?
That was actually one of Honest Red's friends.
Did Honest Red say that?
No.
Whoa!
Magicus, do we want to both be racist on this one?
Is it racist?
Well, I mean, you can assume based on their skin color that they have
take a few more steps.
they have a
towards the
predisposition to their religious indoctrinations to see homosexuality as a disgusting sin.
I
mean, there's plenty of white people that see that too.
Of course.
I feel like there's going to be at least one that's going to break the mold, but I don't think it's going to be this guy.
All right, let's see.
Hassan, 3 minutes.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa speak, I think, in Arabic because some sentence, I don't know exactly how I'm going to explain to you. But I think I'm going to speak in Arabic is better. I can give you, like, what I mean exactly.
Did the fucking woman that picked up the microphone earlier break it?
No, I think it worked for a little while longer, and then something.
اولا الشيء نتكلم عن المدينه انا اللي من سكانها يعني بحدود 1.
I think he's speaking Arabic.
Yes.
في المدينه.
Yeah.
دائما احنا نكافح بالسلام. نكافح بالتقارب والعري.
Well, if we can't understand what he's saying, then
Magicus, translate for us.
I'm not gonna call it unless he says it in English.
Okay, well they're clapping for him, so I would just the anti-flag people are clapping for him, so that's all we need to know.
We have a translator in the audience that says he's
what?
pro-flag.
That would just make it super fucking funny if he was like speaking that, and then the English speaking guys behind him was like, "Yeah, fuck the flag." He's like, "I was actually for it."
Yeah.
So basically, he said he has been living here in the city for the past 21 years, and he, as an individual and his community, have cared for this city economically and for the safety of the people in the city. And he thinks that flying the flag, the LGBT flag, is something unacceptable. And
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so
Unacceptable.
All right.
All right.
This
Sorry,
man, he's tall enough to take on our other Chad fellow, but he's obviously not for the flag. Obviously.
I don't. I think there's a chance he might be for it, but I don't think he is.
They had to move the
get
camera for him.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jamal Turki. I'm a Hamtramck citizen since 2004, and I used to be a lawyer in Yemen and assistant professor of study for laws. So my speech is gonna be include some.
He said he was a lawyer in Lemon, or in Yemen, rather. Lawyer Lemon.
Yeah, he's a
lemon lawyer.
Legal rules. I hope everybody understand this. All of us know that Hamtramck is a welcoming city, but what is very clear that the LGBT community is aggressive on the legal rules for exercise their rights through their endeavor to exercise their right outside of the special scope defined by the law. We see them liken themselves to the civil rights movement that completed the liberation of black citizens. But they forgot that the nation was not divided about that movement. And that
someone in the chat said salam is Persian. Salam is Arabic. The word is used in Arabic and in Persian.
You fool.
Yeah, it has roots in Arabic, as you can see right here. Salam is a greeting in Arabic, sometimes spelled with 2 A's. It's like peace be with you, basically.
Assalamu alaikum.
Didn't have flag to be raised everywhere, since only states and international organizations raise their flags. While I call our representative in the municipal council to issue a decision banning the raising of flags other than the city or state or the U.S. flags on the city property, we call all the members of the gay community, and it's supposed to stop.
Okay, like
I can't actually tell what he's saying.
Yes, he has a thick accent. I'm not going to assume he went one way or the other. Oh, okay, no.
It sounds
what about
like
this
he might,
person?
I mean, that's on our bingo card. This is the free space. Okay.
This person?
Yeah.
So far, 21.
There's only been like
27 left.
2 tough ones.
And then 61 emails.
Hello, my name is Ellie Martin. I'm both a Hamtramck resident and a member of the transgender community, which I'm sure many here will be horrified to know. Before I moved to Hamtramck, while visiting here, I felt very welcomed by the LGBTQ representation provided by both city government, businesses, and the general community. I would be deeply saddened to see this resolution passed and firmly believe that it will only...
All right, so... Yeah, and there's probably more, but oh my God. All right.
Oh, wait. I want to hear them talk.
Do you?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to hear this person talk?
No, this one was too under fucking spoken. Could barely hear them. I feel like one of these two is going to project.
Let's see.
They're going to fucking... I've got a good vibe about this person.
Hello, my name is Jessie Quick.
I thought it was Lena Dunham.
Hamtramck, and I'm here to speak in opposition to Resolution 2023-82. This resolution claims to maintain neutrality towards
Sinead.
Yeah.
Nothing compares to Sinead.
Hamtramck residents in order to embrace the city's diversity and avoid discrimination or special treatment of its residents. While I agree with this sentiment in its truest form, I would like to make it clear that this resolution does quite the opposite of establishing neutrality. Instead, this resolution sends a clear message about what groups city leaders do not want to see represented. Specifically, the LGBTQ community, the African Union, and the Cherokee Nation, each of whose flags would be prohibited from being flown on city property under this new
They're
rule.
trying to get rid of the Cherokee Nation flag?
I am concerns with prohibiting the representation of the LGBTQ community because that's a place that I can speak from. I would like to remind the council that this action does not exist in a
I no longer care to listen to her.
All right. You want to hear the next person?
Fast forward to the fucking beret chick. Yeah, this
She's
one.
a woman of mystery.
Her tattoos tell a story.
You know what?
This
I'm
had
already.
a big problem with so many flags you couldn't see the sky. There was so many flags of all kinds. That's
was blocking
why
out
they
the
have
sun.
to make it only American flag.
Yeah.
It was like an episode of The Simpsons. Yeah. It was block out the sun so we can sell nuclear energy.
Matzik is next. Theodore Matzik is next. Thank you, Haley. Go ahead, Haley.
I feel like this is how an American would be drawn in an anime.
You have to speak.
Hi, my name is Haley Kane.
Somehow the audio sync got off, but who cares?
I relocated from California to Hamtramck. That's really far away. And I did it because I thought it was a diverse community. I knew this was a diverse city unlike anywhere in the world. And now
Is that why you moved to Hamtramck?
From California.
She was like, I was living in California, and I
You
thought to
shoulda
myself,
stayed.
I need more diversity.
Yeah.
So I searched far and wide for more diversity, and I moved to Hamtramck for the diversity, not for the trans panic, for the Hamtramck.
Whether it
Look,
is.
I appreciate that moving for the diversity sounds like a good idea in theory, but in practice, I think that probably was
No, it
not.
sounds like a fucking lie.
There's plenty of diversity in California, and the weather in Michigan sucks.
I think she probably moved to Hamtramck because she's got relatives or somebody out here.
It's
that she
cheaper.
can afford.
I can guarantee you, it's cheaper than anywhere in California.
She did not move to Hamtramck for diversity. She moved to Hamtramck to fucking gentrify a diverse fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, there is something to be said for a lot of people on the left that praise diversity above all else. When it's like the people that they are look to as being the most diverse tend to be the people that hate them the most.
Dude, do you see the new killer in the background?
Yes, he's got a
This
Detroit
fucking-
Tigers hat on.
This fucking
He's got
guy.
cornrows. You can tell he has cornrows. Yeah.
He's a fucking killer, dude.
There it is, that diverse city. The city should reflect the community, and this resolution does not. Many of the people who are bringing the most value, not all of it, but quite a bit of it, are from the LGBTQ family. They are our neighbors, our business owners, they're artists, they're musicians, they're parents, they're teachers, and they're local leaders. There is absolutely nothing neutral about banning rainbow flags on city property. It sends a clear message of discrimination. LGBTQ
He just
rights are
looked over. He's like, just say the word and I'll fucking kill her right now.
rights,
You
and it is
see
a
it.
huge disservice to the entire community and Hamtramck to send this message that you are only welcome here if you're straight. I personally don't want to live in a place like this, and this is not what I thought I was getting into when I moved here, honestly. This resolution is thinly veiled hatred. What message?
Look,
I'm going to close this.
If you want to paint your fingernails, paint your fingernails, but don't paint my fingernails.
Kids
don't
are we
think
sending to
anyone's
young
doing
gay
that.
kids? This is not about making
The flag is painting the fingernails of my city, Hamtramck. I'm anti-flag. Don't paint my fingernails.
gay. There are gay kids everywhere in the world. Being gay is natural, it's beautiful. Being trans is natural, and it's beautiful, and it's normal. And
You know it's not natural being religious.
That is true.
Pride flag represents making space for all humans on all the spectrums, and this is where we're going as a human species. You can't stop that. And the fact that we're even having this discussion about a rainbow flag in the city of Hamtramck is just honestly very sad to me. And that's all I have to say.
She's so fucking
Thank you.
sad.
Theodore Metzik. Theodore. And then Stephanie is
Oh,
next.
here he comes.
My fucking guy. I'm pissed he doesn't have an axe with him.
All right, wait.
Look at this Jew.
All right, so what do you think?
This is the guy I really, really want him to be in support of the flag, because I think it would just be the most fucking Giga Chad move right now.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to tell you what side he's supporting, but I will tell you whatever side it is also the side I'm supporting. I'm letting him make my decision for me.
I'm going to say he's for the flag because I really want that to be true.
Hello. My name is Theodore Matuzek. I grew up in this town. I lived here off and on for the last 43 years. I grew up
Yeah, his last name sounded Polish.
Matuzek?
Yeah.
on Belmont Street between Kona and Ellery. 3866 Belmont. I went to Hamtramck High. I I love this city. And this whole resolution is haram, I feel like.
Oh my God. So he's saying the resolution is haram, so he's like using their own terminology against them. And he was getting emotional. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I did not expect that from him.
I need to hear more of this. Come on.
All right,
Take
all
me
right.
home.
I remember when people said that people like you and all of you shouldn't belong here, that you don't belong here.
Okay, so he's bringing up when the people from the Islamic countries first started showing up.
I remember that you don't deserve to be recognized in this community. When the word effing Arabs was thrown around with a casualness that made me sick. Like, oh my God. I prayed with my Muslim brothers on my sports teams at Hamtramck High. We all prayed to the same God. I remember having conversations with my Muslim friends, and they talked about me because I was a Christian as a people of the book. They told me that hate is haram. They told me that hate is a sin. We were neighbors, we were friends. We were kids and didn't care about the racist, bigoted rhetoric that many of the grown-ups around us were using. We were friends. Now here we are decades later, and you're acting like the same bigoted people wanting to codify the discrimination against another group. People didn't want you to be here. People didn't want you to be here. Yeah, you know what? No, you don't talk to me. The hypocrisy is so apparent. You are using the resolution to force your religious beliefs on an entire city. You are not fooling anyone. The LGBTQI community belongs here. The LGBT community deserves visibility. The LGBTQI plus community are human beings.
Good try, guys, but they don't care about their hypocrisy.
Look, up until this guy, I could have gone either way. And I was going to. If he would have been like, forget the pride flag, burn it, I'd be like, okay, there you go. But the man spoke.
I don't care if I get every one of these wrong from here on out. Like, I am just happy that I got this one right.
This was the best one so far.
Yeah. The best speech by
He's
far.
9 feet tall and he was crying and using haram while he said it.
The guy that said he was a lawyer was taller than this guy.
Look, I don't care how many people he's killed in that hallway, all right? I am for this guy. Fucking based.
Entire city, you are not fooling anyone. The LGBTQI community belongs here. The LGBT community deserves visibility. The LGBTQI plus community are human beings. If anything, I'm willing to bet that the loudest people voicing their favor of this resolution are gay themselves.
Fucking double it down on this shit. Just fucking call their asses out.
I oppose this resolution, and I oppose you bigots and your bald-faced attempt to make this city a place of hate. Hate is haram.
Thank you.
That's a speech only a tall could give.
Can you? Stephanie here?
Stephanie? I feel bad for whoever has to follow that up because there's like no fucking way that any words are going to compare to that.
I hope it's a anti-flag that follows it up.
Yeah, me too.
Aaliyah Schneider? Aaliyah Schneider?
There's like a crowd of people cheering down the hallway. I can hear it.
Schneider. Alice? Oh, Alice Schneider.
Alice
Hi, Alice.
Schneider.
Hi.
You're gonna have to move the camera back down.
Damn it.
This is an interesting day.
It's a pro-flag person.
All right. I am the current director of Public Pool Art Space. It's right here on Kenneth and Gallagher.
It's an arts. Yeah.
I was not born in Hamtramck. I moved from a small-minded town.
She was
in
not
Southeast
born a ham
Michigan.
planet. She
I
ate
moved
her way
Hamtramck
to it.
Because I love the community. I love that we were all welcomed and celebrated, no matter who or what we identified our, or religion, sexuality, any of that. With what this is proposing, it feels like this town is small-minded.
All right, there it is. So we
Ducking
got-
Creeper says, Billy, you were literally the fattest of fats. Hush. Look.
Oh, God.
Ducking Creepers.
Okay.
I can talk shit about anybody and everybody, especially the fats.
All right.
Watch
Did
your
you want
tone.
to speak again at the end? You have it marked 3 times?
No.
That's it, this one?
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but yeah, he's gonna fucking hate the flag.
I don't know. He's got a spider on his arm. Maybe he's just here to talk about the new Into the Spider-Verse cartoon.
Let's see.
You know what? I would be okay with it if that's the case.
This is Avi Arad.
Let's see. Oh God, is he? All right, so it's like he's gonna have to be translated. I think
Trans-whatted?
Yeah, I think that guy that was on the council translates.
Yeah,
them.
but
Al Hassani, last name? Al Hassani?
is this guy coming up? The guy that was plugging the kids' ears?
Nice.
Well, yeah, we kind of know already.
We
so that's
definitely know already.
Yeah, this is cheating.
Did you want to speak at all comments also, or just this one time?
I'll speak at the end.
Okay.
I want to speak at all times.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Thabit. I'm a resident of Hamtramck for over 7 years. Hamtramck is known as the whole world in 2 square miles for its culture, for its religion diversity, and for a lot of many things. Most people had true and dear to their, they hold truth and dear to their culture. And
All right, yeah, whatever.
So proud of this guy for speaking his truth.
Oh,
Trumpster Bob.
Yeah, no, Trumpster Bob definitely hates the gays. Sorry.
Yes, I would.
You also wish to speak again at the end? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Blessings and
Yeah, it's like
they
need.
Also
want to.
Oh, did they?
We representing the religion of Islam. No, they're Muslim. This is true, but they are representing the community, the city of Hamtramck.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Thank you.
So they were clapping for him.
I believe it's Tazmar.
Tazmar. John Jeffrey.
Right.
That's you.
Looks pretty young.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that maybe he's pro flag. He likes the flag.
You think?
Because again, I want
you
this to
called
be
him
true.
racist earlier, so he's trying to pick one.
No, I want to believe that the youth have like a more positive outlook than
Not
like,
this
the older
one.
people do.
Do you also want to speak at the end? Or is this what you're talking? Okay, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We, the youth of Hamtramck, stand against flying the LGBTQ flag in the city property. I call on all the city council members that represent us to make us, to protect us and protect our values.
Protect us from the evil flag.
Yeah, that's basically.
Protect us from the evil flag that wants to make us gay.
His parents totally didn't tell him to do that.
The flag wants to make us suck one.
All
Please
right.
protect us.
Oh, there.
What do you think?
No, she's obviously pro-flag.
All right.
Yeah, pro flag.
3 minutes, Lisa.
My name is Lisa Youngs, and I'm a resident and service worker and a social worker living in the city of Hamtramck.
Social worker.
Inclusivity and acceptance is something that LGBTQ folks have always fought for.
All right, there we go.
And
We
I
know
think
that.
they should keep fighting. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, if she would. All right. How about this one? Did she knit this sweater?
Okay, so this woman,
she's for the flag.
she's probably for the flag.
Thank you for just the time to speak today. I appreciate it. I'll try to be quick. I'm sorry, it's hot.
Is that a tattoo behind her ear? Yeah, she's for the flag.
Her whole hand and arm is
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah, she's for the flag.
I've heard many speakers tonight, each distinctly contrasting in either support or opposition of this ordinance. And I would just like to use my time here tonight to simply ask everyone to consider what it takes for a melting pot society to effectively coexist. And I personally believe that neutrality is crucial for that.
So is she neutral?
She's saying that they shouldn't ban anything, and remain neutral.
I believe that's the foundation that genuine and lasting equality is built upon. Nowhere in this legislature is it even implied that LGBTQIA+ would be attacked or not tolerated. And I feel that there's a lot of misinformation and not proper education in the hall, conversations I had. Many people here
So she's saying the law isn't what they think it is, that it's not it's not anti-LGBT.
Oh.
Don't even understand the details of this law. I wish we would just as a whole consider a more moderate approach.
By the way, at 40%, Magica said he would take a Malibu drink, and we're at less than 1% away.
I feel like neutrality is what allowed us all to exist, and peacefully. And I guess that's all I really have to say.
Thank you.
So she didn't really take a position.
Nice.
All right, so here's young white girl.
You're next.
Yeah, she's like walking way too fast. She's way too interested in saying something. She's definitely for the flag.
For the flag.
Hello, my name is Hannah Jones. I'm here to speak on the flag issue, as many people are. I would like to take it back to Russ Gordon. He spoke earlier. His initial plan with these flags, and that he shared with me, we are neighbors, is that he wants children, immigrant children, to look up at these flags and see a piece of home, see something that feels familiar. And I feel the same type of way about the LGBTQ community looking at these flags. You know, they need to see a piece of home here. And this flag to me shows me that I am in a place that I am safe and that I am welcome and that my fiance is safe and that she is welcome.
All right.
Her fiance needs to be safe.
Yeah.
I think we've been doing. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh man. Okay, wait. What's it say in his shirt?
Don't read his shirt. That's cheating.
Promote the flag of Liberia.
Oh.
Liberia is pretty cool. I don't know. It should be included in this discussion at least.
The flag of Liberia is very similar to the American flag.
Why are we
right?
not? Why are we
No. I'm thinking
including
of
the Liberian flag.
Can we just like look at his shirt for a second? The message seems kind of confusing because it's all like Texas,
it's
but
very similar
then
to the
don't
American
mess
flag.
with trans kids. It's like
Texas has the saying "Don't mess with Texas," right? So he's from Texas and he's representing Texas with a saying "Don't mess with trans kids," saying that people in Texas are for trans kids.
I get the spirit of that, but Texas is not exactly the first state that I would think of when it comes to like protecting the rights of trans kids.
Yeah, maybe not the first state, but there's like a huge
maybe
progressive.
Like the 49th state.
No bullshit. There's so many more states below Texas.
Shit, we
and
did get
progressiveness.
to 40%. Did I miss
coming
that?
out.
Yeah, we did. All right.
Magic Costco drink.
All right, get it.
I'll be back in just a minute.
Hello, my name is Forrest Udes. I am a very proud queer citizen and resident of Hamtramck.
All right. Yeah, and she's got it.
Oh. Is this David Cross?
And address the council.
Okay, I gotta address the counselor. All these people here, is this who I'm talking to? And the people behind me get to just see the back of my head.
Or
that sounds great.
Is this Cobra's dad? Clint is just chilling.
I was 17 years old and I was working in Royal Oak, Michigan. And I came here the first time and I stopped at the mobile gas station. I was a little scared when I came into town. Then I realized, wow, oh my, what a beautiful place. So I decided I was gonna move here.
I like the story.
And then I decided I was gonna stay here. And then, no work.
Why do so many lesbians have carpal tunnel?
Good question.
Work, arrived back 2008 with a dream. Not only for Hamtramck, but for the state of Michigan, for the film incentive, a new beginning. And I said, anywhere but Hamtramck. Anywhere but Hamtramck, I'll buy property. And guess where I ended up? Right on the main drag, right at the traffic light, right dead center. On accident. 1 minute? 15 years later have gone by. You can find me tonight on, maybe they'll air me, maybe they won't. This way, please. Please look at the God, I'm so, Allah.
What is going on
What just
here?
happened? What just happened?
Was she speaking in tongues or he? Not sure what they said their name was.
I know. I'm so sorry. My apologies. I should be taking off my hat. Respect. I respect you. You respect me. I eat at your restaurants. We walk the same streets. 30 seconds.
That keeps coming on and off. I love
when
this.
I came here in 2008, there
Psycho.
was a pamphlet on my
I love it.
thing that said, if you're gay, we can't rent to you. So I decided I will buy, and I will rent, and I will house. And I'll open up my house for free for any flag that stands for freedom, love, and compassion. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Frank Noel.
Frank Noel.
Frank Noel.
Frank Noel. We got a mask.
I can
Yes.
begin? All right. So, in relation to the resolution on flying pride flags or flags in general, the question to be answered on the resolution of flying pride flags is that of neutrality and diversity. But the higher question here is that of rights, of human rights and identity, of liberty itself.
All right. I did not think we were going to watch most of
We've
that video.
exhausted.
Yeah.
We've exhausted
You know what?
Hamtramck.
I have another flag related thing, and it's actually more local to where we are. So let's check this out. It's out of Tacoma.
Ooh, from Washington, Tacoma, Washington to the world. Live, Drunken Peasants, Malibu Rum in Magicus's hand. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, bottle.
Do we want to full screen it or?
Yes, go ahead.
All right.
Bigger swigger, Magicus.
That was interesting.
Madison, on this year's Flag Day, Tacoma police are concerned about flag theft. They have had 9 cases here, and usually when you're talking about something being stolen off someone's front porch, it's petty theft, but not when it's a pride flag.
I don't know if someone had to get up on someone's shoulder to get to it, really.
Even days later.
Someone broke their flagpole, too.
Josh Hargraves, not sure what to think about it.
And we came out and the pole was in the middle of the yard, broken in half.
He and his husband were asleep when someone took their pride flag off the front of their North Tacoma home.
It's just kind of like, I don't know, like what's the point, people? Like
The point is to hate progress of homosexuality. That's the point, right? Is that not to be anti-homosexual progression? That's the point, right?
Just because the point's horrible doesn't mean it's not a point.
You made me feel like are great. Like I just don't understand the point of being hateful.
7 of his neighbors had their pride flag stolen over the weekend. Another was taken from a nearby home earlier this Pride Month.
Gay pride flag attacks mount amid online challenges by extremist groups.
There have been cases across the country too, apparently part of a new online Capture the Pride Flag challenge.
You had the plank challenge or the ice bucket challenge, and now it's like, let's make light of a hateful thing.
Why can't we start using trends in a good way?
Tacoma police think there may be unreported cases.
Why can't we start using trends in a good way?
What are considered a hate crime.
Instead of Danny G. German knocking, let's go fun, happy togetherness knocking.
The property when they go up there and they remove the pride flag and what it stands for, and we're definitely going to take it on as a crime of hate.
I'm like, it's either a really hateful person or it's some dumb kids who are thinking this is fun and it's hateful.
Yes, it's either a hateful person or some dumb kids thinking
Being
it's
hateful.
fun. Yes, that's astute synopsis. I'll tell you who it's not. It's not some little fucking trans kid that doesn't have a flag of his own and been wanting a flag his whole life and just finally having the balls to come up and steal one off your porch. It's not that.
A replacement, but they're waiting to put it up until they get a security camera.
Could you imagine if there's just a bunch of gay kids that wanted pride flags?
They just didn't want to buy them.
I can't get one of my own. I can't afford one of my own. I'm going to have to go take one off this house so I can be proud at home. Like, it's not that.
If anything, we were like, oh, Pacific Northwest, in our minds, known for being pretty open-minded for stuff like that. Like, we didn't even bat an eye.
Josh and his husband moved here in April. They said the Pacific Northwest has been a very welcoming place.
We got pauses real quick. That slide back there looks like an open mouth with a long tongue hanging out of it.
It does.
Okay. I wonder if that was by design.
Here's an interesting thing. The PBS took a few sample groups of Republican voters and asked them about all the Trump stuff that's going on, and their responses are pretty interesting.
The news of former President Trump's federal indictment comes as the Republican primary field is very much still taking shape, and its potential impact on the 2024 race and Republican voters remains unclear. Judy Woodruff was in Des Moines, Iowa yesterday for her America at a Crossroads reporting project to listen in on a couple...
The question is, are there enough Trump voters sticking around to beat Biden or whoever runs as the Democrat, because there's still a lot of time before that happens, and that'll pretty much determine this, because he's not losing support of his base. That he's gaining, like, it's strengthening the support from his base. So the question is, how big is his base at this point?
The voter discussions led...
I think I read a poll, something like more than half of the Republicans would still support Trump even if he actually was convicted, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, you'll see some of the stuff that they survey in this, and that's in there too.
Sarah Longwell. Since it was the day of the Trump arraignment, she made that the focus of the first of two reports on what Iowa Republicans are thinking.
And it's in
This
Iowa.
was produced with our friends at Iowa PBS.
How many of you know that Donald Trump was indicted last week? Raise your hand. How many of you have heard that Donald Trump was indicted?
That's not true. He was indicted twice.
In time recently. Everybody knows. Okay.
From the 16 Republican voters we gathered yesterday evening, there were strong reactions to the second indictment of former President Donald Trump.
Well, I think he's being set up.
Oh, yeah. Tell me why.
Well, it's just too arranged. Everything is just too arranged. And when the FBI went in...
It's arranged. What does she mean, arranged? Can she point to one thing that says arranged?
The fucking documents weren't even arranged in his house. They were just fucking all over the place.
And raided
There's
his
nothing arranged about it.
Property at Mar-a-Lago. How do we know what they did and what they didn't do?
Right and wrong are just totally...
Okay, so that just because we weren't there to see for ourselves, we have no idea what they did or didn't do.
How do we really know?
Yeah.
We have to trust Donald Trump.
We messed up.
We had asked pollster Sarah Longwell, who also publishes the center-right website The Bulwark, to assemble two panels of GOP voters in the studio of Iowa PBS. I observed from the
How do we
control
know we're supposed to call them Brazil nuts?
I wasn't told to call them that when I was a kid.
I don't know. Were you there when they named him? So, you don't. What if that's not even their real name?
Well, my grandma had a different name for them. Do you know about this, Magicus?
No.
No, Magicus.
Nope.
Everyone Google old name for Brazil nuts.
Nope. Not doing that.
Big Diesel brought
everyone
up.
Google that right
Big
now.
Diesel brought up that she looks like she pronounces Brazil nuts
the old-fashioned way. Yeah.
That's why I said it. Not so Magicus could go Google slurs.
He asked how they're thinking about politics, policy, and
We weren't there. How do we know the FBI didn't sneak 50 boxes of documents in there with them?
We weren't there. We weren't there.
We all saw the video of the boxes outside of the White House on moving day, didn't we?
But the funny thing is that that woman that said that probably believes in all the shit in the Bible. And she wasn't there either. But she bases her whole life off of it.
It's Revelation times, okay? The judgment is coming. You just, any day now, for sure. Trump is going to take us all to heaven personally.
Danny G. German nuts.
No, I think Jesus came back. I think Jesus came back, but he found the Pokemon. He got a Game Boy with Pokemon on it, and he was like, maybe we don't need to rapture. Maybe I can just play some Pokemon. And they keep releasing Pokemon, so Jesus is busy playing Pokemon.
Current events at this
why
moment.
do you think I got this?
Candidates are already
Are you saying you're
descending upon
Jesus,
their states
Magicus?
ahead of next
I'm
year's
not saying
caucuses.
that I'm not Jesus,
and as
so
the
take that
news
for
of the
what you will.
second Trump
Ginger
indictment
Jesus.
had been breaking.
It's baloney. I mean, just why isn't Biden indicted? Just because he gave them back at an appropriate time? I mean,
Just because he gave them back when they told him to give them back?
Yeah. But did they tell Biden to give them back, or did Biden's people find them and then send them in?
Something like that. But I believe Trump was given the opportunity to give them back and didn't want to.
I think at one point Trump was told to put it in a safe. They were like, if you're going to have them, put it in a safe so it's locked up. I think there's something I heard about that. So I don't know. There's a lot that was happening with Trump that...
Yeah, look, I guarantee if Trump had just turned them over the first time the FBI asked, he would not be getting indicted for this right now. Even though he probably should be regardless, because it's not okay for, these presidents to be just doing this shit. He still wouldn't have faced any consequences if he had just complied and turned this shit over the first time instead of hiding them and then then moving them around so they wouldn't be found in the first raid and then, not turning them over then when the information came to him. It's like, oh, I have more of these. Like, the whole thing is obstruction. That's why he's being charged with that.
No, I'm not going to return these secret documents. I waived my right to a salary as president for 4 years, so I have to sell these documents to the Russians to make my money back. I'm going to sell them to China to make back the money I waived.
he did exactly the same thing.
If you believe Biden should be indicted for having documents and stuff, then you should believe that Trump should be triple indicted for that because he did it way worse.
You have heard of the name of the esteemed sci-fi author H.P. Lovecraft's cat?
Yes.
All of the DOJ on a potential candidate. That's never happened.
Right. Yeah. They really feel like the country's going in the wrong direction.
Afterwards, Longwell, who has conducted hundreds of hours of sessions like these across the country, helped guide me through the discussion.
What most struck you in these two conversations with Iowa voters who have supported Donald Trump for the last two presidential elections?
I was actually struck mainly by how much they sound like every other focus group I do with two-time Trump voters. They were very clear that the indictments actually made them want to support Trump more, which is really consistent. I mean, we've been asking people for several months, how does it make you feel when you hear that Trump's indicted? Does it make you want to support him more, support him less? Out of the 58 people that we've asked, 26 of them said it makes them want to support Donald Trump more. Only 2 said less. They're a little bit mixed on whether Trump is exactly the right person to be the person who comes back. But still, after January 6th, after the indictments, after everything, still a lot of support for Donald Trump. How many of you distrust the FBI?
Remember when he said he could go out in Fifth Avenue and just shoot somebody and still have the support of his people?
Yeah. He was right.
This is exactly what's fucking happening right now.
He was right. Everybody who wants to talk down on Trump doesn't realize he's always been right.
There is literally nothing that man could possibly do that would dissuade his supporters at this point.
The three-letter agencies, the DOJ, the CIA, the FBI. I think when the country was formulated, the best of intent was to put some of these organizations or governing bodies in place, but how they're being manipulated now and they're being weaponized is the bigger concern.
I'm kind of frustrated by it because on one side, it seems like we're all going all out on President Trump. And on the other side, the wheels of justice are going very slow. It doesn't seem to be like equal amount of resources being devoted to looking into Hunter Biden's lap.
And what about Hillary Clinton? I mean, Hillary Clinton had all this stuff.
All they have is whataboutism. They can't explain how the shit Trump did.
What about Hillary
should be
Clinton?
okay.
Yeah, well, you know whose fault it is that Hillary Clinton didn't fucking, like, end up going to jail? I don't know, maybe Trump's, because he's the one who promised to fucking do it and then did literally nothing about it for 4 years.
And she was never indicted.
You've got the DOJ, you've got the FBI reporting up to Biden. Ultimately, this goes up to Biden. So why wouldn't you want to take out your toughest political opponent? And this is election interference like we've never seen before.
Oh.
And it's disguised as Trump's
You don't
a bad
think
guy.
January 6th was an election interference? Not in the slightest, huh?
No, they don't think that. They talk about it later, and all they talk about is how there's like a couple videos of people walking around and the cops are just kind of following them.
How many of you wanted Hillary Clinton to be indicted for her? Okay, did you think she should go to jail?
Yes.
For what she did?
Absolutely.
Because Trump at the time said that she should go to jail for mishandling classified information. Do you think he should be held to the same standard that he was setting for Hillary Clinton, or do you think that it's different for some reason?
I think he said that when you understand his personality and how he words things, he said that in jest.
It was just in jest.
It was in jest.
It wasn't that he was full of shit and didn't actually follow through with what he said he was going to do.
That's not Trump at
Look,
all. He
look.
doesn't just fucking say things.
None of
Come
us
on.
here really believe Trump would have seriously went after Hillary Clinton. She would have had him killed.
He didn't. I think
No,
he's
Trump
just
would
trying
have committed suicide.
to paint a word picture, but should she have gotten some sort of punishment? Yes. Yes, I think so.
He's entitled to declassify whatever he wants to declassify. So, and other presidents that have left
That is
office
also
have had
incorrect.
He's entitled to declassify whatever he wants to declassify, and he can sell whatever he takes from the White House to Russia or China,
North Korea.
North Korea. It's his right. He was a former president, and also he's the God King, Donald
classified
Trump.
documents. They were not treated the same way as Donald Trump is being treated. It is a two-tier justice system in this country, for sure. There's no
You
doubt
mean
about it.
two-tiered as though, like, he can get fucking arrested for possession of, like, stolen classified documents and then go home the same day he was
Yeah.
arrested?
I mean, like, he didn't spend more than a couple minutes there.
It is two-tiered, and Donald Trump is in the most favorable tier.
Yes.
The biggest thing is that they really don't have a lot of faith or trust in the FBI or in the Department of Justice to prosecute this fairly. And I hear this always from Republican groups. And you hear it from Republican elected officials, too. And the, conservative media really talks about this. They say, they're out to get Trump. There's a two-tiered justice system.
And bringing up the Hillary Clinton server, the classified documents that President Biden took home.
Yeah, which you can see, actually. I mean, Joe Biden, there's been a lot of classified documents that they found on his properties. Right. Mike Pence, they found classified documents on his properties. And so for voters, they oftentimes think, well, I don't understand. It seems like a lot of these elected officials keep taking classified documents home. And they don't always see the difference between Trump being told, hey, you have to return.
Okay, so Chevy here is being very dishonest. And they're like, well, Trump has the right to declassify. Senators don't. Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. She wasn't just a senator. She was very high ranking in Obama's cabinet, Secretary of State. So she would have definitely had access to classified documents, right?
Also, declassification is not like a unilateral thing. There is a process you have to go
you don't
through.
just... Trump says you could just think it.
Yeah, and you can't just fucking snap your fingers with the Infinity Gauntlet and all of a sudden they're just declassified. It doesn't work that
Swagnar
way.
says the Atomic Energy Acts of 1946 and 1954 explicitly exclude the president from having the authority to declassify classified nuclear documents of which Trump was in possession of.
Those documents, and then refusing to do so or lying to the FBI when he was asked.
That deep-seated distrust extended to the 2020 election results and their aftermath, too.
How many of you believe Joe Biden was legitimately elected president of the United States? How many of you believe that the election was stolen or rigged in some way? Okay, everybody.
See how fast
What about
they raise their
January
hand
6th?
too?
How
One
do
of them
people feel about
slapped the
January 6th?
table with their hand, raising it.
Tell me.
100% set up.
You go look at the videos showing the Capitol Police walking these people through the Capitol, talking. No.
Yeah, you remember when the one walked Ashley Babbitt into the Oh no, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Problems whatsoever, and then they turn around and say they attacked us. In essence, the videos show a whole different story than what they're saying happened.
You know, there was some videos from some parts where the police officers at the were just walking them around. There was others where they were barricading them out of hallways
And
There was
getting
others
attacked
where
by
they
the
were being
mob.
attacked, where there was fucking windows
Yeah.
being broken up. It's a very large place. You're going to understand some areas don't need the fucking protection of the other areas do.
And also,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it says a lot that, you know, there wasn't more people that died that day.
That's actually very surprising. Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, you have to also look at like how many fucking crimes like were committed in that day with like people going into like representative and senators' offices and
You got the
going through
vice
their
president and the speaker, the two people in line to be the next president. They're protected. They're just as protected as the president is.
I personally don't think that like he was calling people to like do like I watched like what he said and everything and like I mean he didn't say anything to me like in
I
She
watched.
is dumb.
I
This woman
watched
is a
what he said,
dumbass.
and I didn't go inside the Capitol building.
He literally told the
She
Proud
lives in
Boys
Iowa.
to stand by, like
And
why
stand
the fuck
back.
Yeah, but why the fuck do you need to have them standing by? Like, what do you want them waiting to do?
Vote for him.
like you know
Yeah, okay.
he's telling them to go and like storm the Capitol, you know like I personally didn't feel like that that what he was said was so inflammatory that he was just trying to like you know tear the country apart.
Didn't he ask them to stand by during one of the debates? Yeah.
It was debates, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with
He asked
Kevin's
a room
name
full
here?
of blithering idiots what
Kevin.
they think of things they are dumb to understand.
Yes, that's that's the best part about focus groups.
They're
Have
still
people, like,
arresting
go-
people 2 years.
Yeah, because they're still identifying people 2 years later.
Since it happened.
Yeah, well, it's also because they were stupid enough to film themselves doing felonies.
I didn't know his last name was Aerosmith. Kevin Aerosmith.
Yeah, and it's not even spelled like the band. It's
Yeah,
like
Kevin's not spelled like Kevin either.
So that means his ancestors made arrows. That's kind of cool.
Country, I can't believe that
Right, why
somebody
would
that
he-
loves this country
Right.
would want to cause
Right.
people to fight like that, and he's against wars.
Well,
So.
he's not the typical
He's against war.
politician.
He's against the
And
wars.
his words aren't what we call polished. And he just blurted out.
Do people want to vote for a Republican candidate who is committed to pardoning the people from January 6th?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Returning to Trump's own legal battles, it seems very little of what comes next will sway this group.
So let's say Trump is found guilty of these charges. He goes through the courts and they find him guilty. Raise your hand if it makes you support him more. Raise your hand if it makes you support him less.
I don't want to. Oh, God.
And President Trump
hurts.
I didn't raise my hand because there's no way at all that I could support Trump anymore.
some measure of support, even among those
I'm
who
at
think
the
he likely
max
committed a
level
crime.
for Trump support.
Listen to this guy. This is craziness.
I read the indictment, and it's plain as day that he broke the law knowingly. Whether the DOJ came after him, which I think is very plausible, and why they're ignoring Hunter Biden's laptop, I think is a separate issue. But it is clear he broke the law, and I think it's time for him to go away.
Okay, so listen to what he's saying, but the next question that she asked him, his
Please
answer.
don't. This is the most reasonable thing anyone has said
Just
so
wait.
far. Please don't kill that hope for me.
Appreciated what he did for the country during his 4 years, but I think that he is part of the problem.
But when asked if he'd vote for Trump if he were the nominee running against President Biden,
Trump's the nominee versus Biden. What will you do?
I would vote for him for the third time.
So
God damn it.
He even admitted, like, he's sane enough to, like, actually be in touch with reality.
He's saying Trump's part of the problem.
Yeah.
But he's better than Biden.
You would.
I think that it's that significant.
So given that and the fact that there are potentially
Iowa, please, like, God damn
more
it.
indictments to come against former President Trump, where are we headed?
Well, it's a little counterintuitive, but one of the things about Donald Trump, and this has been true whether it's his 2 impeachments or whether it is now his second indictment, there's this thing that happens that I call the rally round Trump effect, where Republican voters, when they feel like he's being attacked, they tend to support him even more. And so
That's a very valuable quality to possess in politics, especially when you're someone like Donald Trump. Because entire voting bases have completely abandoned the person they supported for way less. There was a guy named Howard Dean that was the Democrat frontrunner for president. And all he did was go, yeah! Like at the end of a rally where everyone was cheering for him. And it like went viral the next day. And then everyone was like, he's unhinged. How could I have ever supported him? It literally ruined it for him. And then John Kerry got the nomination instead. John Kerry was not originally the first choice. Yeah!
Yeah, I love that fucking clip of that. It's so great.
I wanted to let everyone know that Derek Savage is now accepting applications for Cool Cat. If you want to work for
Hey
him.
guys, it's Derek here, and hey, got a really cool update on the film, and also I'm about to tell you of a few jobs postings that we need to complete the film. So if you're looking to be in the Cool Cat film family, hey, here's a great chance for you and get a great credit.
Do you think it's volunteer? Oh, you get a credit. That's
credit.
your payment.
IMDb, and you get paid too.
How much?
Okay, first of all,
How much?
The film Cool Cat versus Dirty Dog, The Virus Wars. Literally everything's put together now. All the footage. Still got to work on the beginning and the end credits. But unfortunately, we did not hit the important 61-minute mark, which would help to get it on streaming services like Tubi. And speaking about Tubi, our last movie, Cool Cat Saves the Kids,
Is on Tubi now.
Director's cut is on Tubi. Go there, just search Cool
Is the
Cat.
director's cut just him putting 17 more minutes in so it reaches the 61-minute mark?
Look, Derek, I'm gonna give you the cheat code here. All you have to do is just add in like 5 post-credit scenes into your movie like Marvel does, and then you'll easily hit that 61-minute mark.
And hey, and have a lot of fun because it's a great film. And we are now at the 55-minute mark on the film, which means, well, hey, of course, I got a backup plan. I've been doing this a lot of years. And what that means is I need to add another scene. Really, I have 2 in mind, and one of those is a Cool Cat music video. And it's called
God.
Take a Picture. And there will even be a way
Cool
an
Cat
avenue
likes to
for
rock and
you
roll.
to actually get your face in a Cool Cat film. I thought of something that would be really great. And also, Mama Cat is referenced to a few times in the film, but we don't have a Mama Cat scene. So I do want to add Mama Cat in it. You know,
So he has to hire a Mama Cat actor, apparently.
She's everybody's favorite mama. That's because she's just super duper cool. And I don't know, I remember in this film, when I gave Mama Cat a big old hug, a lot of you just sort of went local on it. So I wonder how you're going to act if I was to give Mama Cat a big old
Oh, God, no, please.
Is he about to do a sex scene? Is he about to have a fucking sex scene?
Okay, that'll make it worthwhile right there. But with that scene and with the new music video, that would bring us over the 61-minute mark with not a drop of sweat on the forehead. So that's the game plan right there. Okay, now here's what I need. An FX guy. Dirty Dog may have a gas or a farting problem. Oh, I don't know. And that really might tie big into the story. So I need somebody who's really good at FX. All the scenes are already filmed and edited, so I'll get the footage to you. A couple links to work you have done and to Cool Cat's official address, and that's coolcatlovesyou@yahoo.com.
Official
and we also
address.
have, I got 2 songs.
Can we just
I
take
need
a
to
moment
have
and
scored.
appreciate that he's still using a fucking Yahoo email address for this shit?
Yes.
That is actually impressive.
Yeah.
Does anybody out here know how to edit farts into a CGI video effects? You want to get yourself a credit and payment?
Yeah, I wonder what the payment
Good at
is.
music who wants to get their name out there attached to a Cool Cat project. One of them is a Cool Cat song, would be the Take the Picture song, and the other one is a Dirty Dog
Wait,
song.
that said music soar, not music score.
Soar.
And I want some rock beat in the Dirty Dog song. And I'm going to need somebody to compose the project also. A lot of the
You need
music's
someone to
already
fucking spell check the project. Like,
Yes.
that would be a start.
delayed, so it's not composing a 1-hour project at all. It's composing about that much right there, just to tie in everything. And guys, I'm about to post another video for the 420 awards. I needed
Wow, he hasn't done a 420 awards in 2 years.
Damn.
So
editor for that.
maybe he shot it and just hasn't he says he needs an editor. That's not hard to edit. Jesus, that's easy.
I wonder
I have done more. Like, I've done more than that for a fucking actual Mania before. It's not that difficult.
Just shooting a live event and like cutting out some of the dumb shit, that's easy. You don't even
So he must not have done it for the other ones.
Yeah, remember the guy who was like his worker guy?
Yeah, he would come in on the stream sometimes in the chat.
Yeah.
So hey, keep your eyes out for that. It's time for me to sign out now. Have a great day. And remember, Cool Cat loves you.
And remember, Dirty Dog farts a lot.
That's
I want to see fucking Scoot like be in this like music video. That would be amazing.
I'm gonna make a run.
Magicus.
All right.
Speaking of farts.
He's leaving. We can talk about magic cards now.
Last night, Magicus, I was at the grocery outlet purchasing some items. I wanted some items. And the grocery outlet is like closeout items. They're very cheap. Sometimes I can find really cheap keto food there.
Yeah.
I was going through the aisle and I saw sugar-free gummy bears, right?
Don't fucking eat them. That's a trap.
And they also had sugar-free peach rings. And I was like, these are keto. And they were $1.99 for bottles of gummy bears and peach rings. I picked up a bottle of peach rings and a bottle of gummy bears. I go home. I'm like, I looked at the suggested amount to eat on the bottle of the peach rings. It said servings, 11 servings in the bottle, and I was like, that's a lot of servings, and it's 10 pieces. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat 10 pieces.
Oh my god!
I mean, 10 pieces. And I shouldn't get diarrhea because those of you who don't know, these sugar-free gummies are made with mannitol, and too much mannitol gives you explosive, horrible, stomach-bursting diarrhea.
One of my favorite activities, like for a long time, was just going on Amazon and reading the reviews for the fucking sugar-free
They're
gummies.
hilarious.
They are great.
So Magicus, I ate 10 peach rings, right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, there's no way I couldn't get away with 2 servings.
Oh God, no! What are you doing?
So I ate 10 more peach rings.
No.
And then I thought to myself, well, it says there was 11 servings in this bottle, but after eating 10 peach rings, I've got a little over half a bottle left. I'm like there's no way there's 9 more servings in this bottle. So I ran to the gummy bears, And I looked at the gummy bears, and it said it had 11 servings in the same size bottle, and that it was 10 pieces, but the gummy bears were about maybe a quarter to a fifth of the size of a peach ring. So I think I had about 8 to 10 servings of peach rings. I think the bottle was mislabeled, and I'm thinking to I'm psyching myself out. I'm like, I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get sick. So what do I do? I get a couple of melatonin, little sleeping pills. I take those sleeping pills and I put myself into a coma. I'm like, I'm gonna sleep it off. About 3-4 hours later,
Oh my god!
I wake up and my stomach feels like an expanded beach ball. Like there was some serious trauma going on in my gut, Magicus. I run to the bathroom, and I sit on the toilet for about an hour and a half. And I'll tell you this, it was not the worst experience of my life, but it wasn't good, okay? It wasn't good. Had it been the worst experience of my life, maybe when I woke up, I wouldn't have had 5 more peach rings. But I thought to myself, if 20 peach rings only did that, I should be able to get away with 5 and be just fine. And I will say, after the 5 peach rings that I ate today, I've only had slight discomfort. It's only been slight discomfort. So, yeah. It was rough. And I honestly thought to myself 2 servings wouldn't be so bad until I realized the bottles were labeled the same. And there was a reason these sugar-free gummies were at Grocery Outlet. They were mislabeled, and they were there to destroy my tubby little tummy.
So when are you gonna start on the bag of gummies?
I know, right? The gummy bears?
Yeah.
I think if I only have 5 peaches a day, because there's still probably 25 more peach rings left. If I only have 5 a day, I only have slight stomach discomfort all day long.
I like how you're like, you know what, I've spent like a whole $2 in this, so I'm gonna weather the fucking shitstorm from this entire bottle, because I'll be damned if I waste $1 on this bottle of diuretic gummies.
Yeah, I have to find a way to make this work.
So,
that's priorities.
Everybody, you should all become a patron. Mainly because it helps keep the show in existence, and if you enjoy the show at all, we need a strong, active Patreon. I linked our Patreon in the chat there. You can click there, sign up for the $5 level. We give you 2 private shows. Sign up for the $10 level. You get so much more. We are about to go private and review a portion of the ISOM comic.
Were we going to watch the cartoon on this stream or in the private stream?
In the private stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cartoon intro.
Yeah.
Patrons $10 and above can come with us and watch tonight as we begin the journey through ISOM #1. It's going to be so much fun. All the talk we've had about this comic book over the last 2 weeks, we'll know for ourselves whether it's as terrible or as good as people say.
And you know what? If you're watching the replay in this, you can still become a Patreon and go back and watch it afterwards.
It's true. I am just setting one more thing up, and then we're going to do that.
Doom, doom, doom. Magicus, how you feeling?
I feel pretty good, I think.
You have a monster boner?
Well, I mean, I always have a monster boner, but that's just part of being a fucking huge dick ginger, so...
That's what they say.
It is what they say.
They say. Who are they though?
Yes.
You know, Ben. They wore what Jesus wore.
A crown of thorns.
I hate martyrs.
All right, we're gonna go.
Magicus, real quick, Magicus.
All right, what's up?
Your name is Daggy N German.
No.
The Ginger Man.
All right. See everyone in the post show. Please sign up. See you there.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.